Hey, what up, everybody? Let's look at the Waggener Senior Defense 2019-2020. If you don't know what a defense is, I have a little description here on the first slide. The Senior Defense is a presentation given by each and every Waggener Senior. In this presentation, you are required to present artifacts from your backpack in order to show that you've obtained a number of the district's essential skills of learning. That would be the 5 backpack skills: prepared and resilient learner, effective communicator, emerging innovator, um, globally and culturally competent citizen, and productive collaborator. What does it mean to defend your backpack? To defend your backpack is to explain how your body of work at Wagner High School has prepared you for the future. You must prove to a panel that your time here has been well spent and that you've obtained some crucial skills necessary to meet your goals after high school. Who's on the panel? The panel generally consists of one person from Wagner leadership, so um, your principals, counselors, academic coaches, a Wagner teacher, and then a senior student. Some panels have people from the district or our business partners or community members or alumni as well. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. This video will be the video that I'm making right now. Okay, just in case you need a walkthrough or you weren't there whenever I rolled it out. Okay, here is the assignment sheet. Okay, it just goes through everything that's required of you. Okay, guiding question. Which backpack artifacts am I most proud of and how have they helped prepare me for the future? That's sort of the question that's going to be guiding everything. So if you need a direction to walk in, that's it. Okay, what am I most proud of and how has it helped prepare me for the future? General requirements: your defense must be at least 5 minutes in length and no longer than 10. If you do all of the things on this sheet, all the things that are asked of you, it will be longer than 5 minutes. Um, and usually they fall under 10. If you just do this assignment most of the time, this requirement is pretty mindless. You don't even have to think about it. Number 2, you should be professional in appearance and manner. Try to look nice, say thank you, shake some hands, treat it as though it's a professional endeavor, please. And it is on the rubric. Your defense must use the slideshow that has been assigned in Google Classroom. So I have assigned you a template that you are to use. Now you can blank that template out and do whatever you want, but it's there so that we can manage and check in on you and make sure that you're ready to go by the time your defense comes. Okay, number 1, you have to have an introduction. Okay, introduce yourself. That could include your pathway, your academy, any extracurriculars, including sports that you do, but also just anything. Like, do you have a job? Do you have interests that help you define yourself? Do you go to church? Are you close with your family? Do you like video games? Any of that stuff is good to use. It's not just school stuff. Think about it this way: you are presenting to a panel that may be all strangers. They just have a little bit of time to get to know who you are. This introduction needs to paint a nice little picture of who you are as a person in a short amount of time. So don't take for granted that the things that you find interesting are interesting to your panel. They want to know who you are. They're interested in who you are. So please share yourself in your introduction. And then just a general summary of your defense is a good idea. In a presentation like this, it would be nice to say, here's my 1, 2, 3 artifacts I'm going to be talking about. They're going to show how I develop these 1, 2, 3 skills, and then you can start. Okay. Number 2, every student has to have a prepared and resilient learner artifact. So from that red folder, you have to have 1 artifact. Okay. Now for each of your 3 artifacts, and you do have to have 3, you're going to answer these questions. What is this artifact? Okay, explain it in detail. Who assigned it? When did they assign it? How long did it take? Did you work with others? Did you work on your own? Did you work on it outside of school? Did you Did you have to do research for it? Just any detail to help us know what it is good. Okay. Um, this is an aside I just kind of stuck in here, but if it's a paper or a presentation, read some of it, present some of it. Um, it feels really nice whenever we get stuff read to us. Okay. Anyway, tell us all about it. Number two, why are you proud of it? Right. Um, why is this one that you're proud of? Like, why did you pick it over other ones? Why does it mean something to you specifically? Right. How does this artifact help you become? And then you just put the skill in. So for this one, it's prepared and resilient learner. So, how did it help you become a resilient learner, for example? Explain how it helped you develop the skill or how it shows that you have this skill. Okay, resiliency is like not giving up. Like when things get tough, you keep going. So, how does this artifact show that you are resilient, or how did it help you develop resiliency? Okay. Number four, how has this artifact helped prepare you for the future? Okay. Explain how the skills that it took to create this artifact or the skills you gained from creating it, how those skills might carry over to college life, to the workplace, even in your relationships, etc. Okay. How does it help prepare you for the future? Now, essentially, you're going to answer these four questions 3 times. There's a lot of freedom in here to do what you want to do. But if you speak to all these questions, we're going to get a really clear picture of those artifacts, what they've done for you, and you're going to meet those time requirements in spades. Okay. So, number three, skill folder two. You have 4 skills left over to pick from: effective communicator, globally and culturally competent citizen, emerging innovator, productive collaborator, and then a fifth, your school signature item. You can pick from any of those folders for your second artifact. It doesn't matter. It just needs to be one of those. Also, the school signature item, that would be any certification you got in your pathway. That's what we're using here at Waggener. So if you don't have one, no big deal. If you do, that's super cool and you might consider using it. Okay. All right. So you select one artifact from any of those remaining folders and you just work through these questions again. Okay. And again, it's going to explicate that artifact for us and give us a clear picture of how it was helpful to you in your future. Number four, skill folder number three. Whichever ones are left, you'll have 4 left to pick from. Um, pick a third artifact from a folder you haven't used yet and answer the same 4 questions. Okay. Number five, your plan for the future. You must present a plan for the future. Okay. Some of you already have one. Some of you will get to have one because you have to have a senior defense. So that's kind of help. That's kind of nice. All right. Answer the following questions for this portion of your defense. What are you doing after you leave Wagner? This will probably be college, trade school, the service, or going to work, right? Um, just be specific as you can. Okay. What are your goals? What do you want to accomplish? Again, just be as specific as you can. What are your goals? What is it that you're trying to do? Number three, what steps will you take to meet your goals? Outline in detail these steps. Again, as specific as you can be will feel better for you and thereby better for your panel. Okay, number four, how has Wagner helped prepare you to meet this goal or goals, depending? So, try to come up with something thoughtful, um, some specific way that you feel that Wagner has helped you and will help you moving forward. I've said it a lot, but try to be specific if you can. This is a really nice section. Excuse me. This is a really nice section if you have to showcase any of your goal setting. So if you have some baller ACT scores, a college acceptance letter, even images of a school you've been accepted to, um, an image supporting where you'll go to work, anything like that. It's a really nice section to sort of church up that slide with some pictures. Okay. The conclusion. Just offer any final words of parting or whatever, or in summary of your defense. Thank your panel, and then ask if they have any questions. That's a pretty baller move and would definitely help with your professionalism marks. Okay. I found a typo, so I'm going to fix it. Boom. Okay. Here is your rubric. It just goes through all those sections. Okay. So your intro, student introduces themselves and their defense extensively. So you've really talked about yourself, and you've gave a very clear roadmap of what you're going to be talking about in your defense. Get you a 4. The next row, artifact 1 for prepared and resilient learner. You can see that it says you have an artifact from that folder. You've answered each of the 4 questions thoroughly, and you have an image of that artifact that is clear. Okay. Um, the same things are repeated for artifact 2 and artifact 3. Okay. Plan for the future answers each of the 4 questions clearly and with great detail, includes some image or images to support their plans for the future. Other requirements: defense meets the time, is over 5 and under 10 minutes, and student is professional in appearance and manner. Okay. Whenever you get this back, you'll just have these sections highlighted for what you got for each row. Any comments or feedback that you got from your panelists will be included here, and your final score will be here at the bottom. Right. You need a 2 to pass. No big deal. You can totally do that. I believe in you. All right. There will be a schedule for when you will defend. You will defend generally with your cat class. Your cat class will all defend in the same day for the most part. And that schedule should be on Classroom right around the same time that this assignment gets posted. The classroom is mine, so if you ever have any questions, seriously, just open up your assignment, comment over there, and comment on the assignment on your individual one, and it will come to me and I will see it and I will get it answered. Okay? All right. Thanks, everybody. It's going to be great.